Hello Internet and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about my first impressions on the 2021 Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports with manual transmission. So what kind of motorcycle is this? This is a adventure tour motorcycle, so it's both made for adventure riding but also for touring. The motorcycle in this video is stock, so there's no additional things done to it. So stock from factory, this motorcycle comes with handguards, electronic adjustable suspension, a full color TFT screen, a high windscreen, Android Auto support, a 24.8 liter fuel tank, cruise control and cornering lights. So one of the most important things to know about this motorcycle is that it's the most expensive Africa Twin on the market at this moment, and it's fully focused on touring, so it's ideal for long trips, but it's also made for the long trips in the dirt and gravel and those roads. So now to the pros and cons. So first, the pros. The Africa Twin Adventure Sports has a really big fuel tank, like mentioned, 24.8 liters, so it's really made for long distance without fueling up all the time. And that's really a pro to me, because I don't like fueling up all the time and just riding long trips without having to think about it. So the next thing is the powerful engine. It has about 105 Newton meters of torque at 6,250 RPM, and it has about 100.5 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. So the next thing is a really important thing, and that is the handling. The handling on the road is really great. As you can see right here, I can do a U-turn without any issues. So overall it really feels decent on the road, and because of the very soft suspension, it makes you feel like you're riding while sitting on a couch, and you don't feel speed bumps or any bumps in the road. So that's one of the pros for me. The next pro is that the Adventure Sport has the high windscreen, so you don't sit in the wind all the time with your torso, and that's nice in the rain or on the highway, because you don't sit in the wind all the time, and that makes it a much more comfortable ride. So the next pro on the list is the TFT screen. It gives you all the information about your motorcycle, what gear you're in, what your speed is, and all these settings you have done to it, or the settings in the mode you're in at that moment. So that's really one of the pros to me, that it gives you all the information you need, and even more than that. Another big pro about this motorcycle is the comfortable seat. It's very well positioned, and during the test ride I didn't have any issues with sitting on it. And even after riding about 2 hours in total on the Africa Twin, I didn't get a sore bottom. So that's one of the things you can really appreciate about this motorcycle, the seat. So the last pro is that the motorcycle has cruise control, which is really nice for me because I ride a lot of highway, and that makes it easier for me to have a comfortable ride without checking my speedometer all the time to see if I'm speeding or not. So that's really one of the big pros on this motorcycle. So now the cons. What things did I not like about this motorcycle? So to start off, the manual transmission made the ride feel really rushed. The motorcycle just didn't feel at peace when cruising around, and I did not really like the feeling of that on this motorcycle. Maybe it's because I'm not used to the technology used, and that is ride-by-wire. But that's one of the things I noticed, and I really couldn't keep one decent speed just by my throttle. I really had to use the cruise control on it. So another thing I don't really like about this motorcycle is the high MSRP. It's really high. To me, it's really high. It's about 21,189 euros. I don't have that money for a motorcycle, and I can get why Honda made it this expensive compared to the normal Africa Twin, because of the high fuel tank, and people who want to tour and do big trips will pay this money for a motorcycle. But for me personally, well, that's one of the cons on this motorcycle. So the last thing I don't really like, well, not like, it's a big thing, but what I noticed about this motorcycle, which is a little negative, is that the display takes about 10 seconds to start. So when you want to ride and you turn the ignition on, your motorcycle will boot up a little bit like a computer, and that computer part will take about 10 seconds. And it doesn't mean that you cannot start riding your motorcycle right away, but the info shown will take little. And yeah, that's one of the things you really need to keep in mind when buying this motorcycle. Is this one of the things that I want to deal with? So now the MSRP, like mentioned, that is 21,189 euros, and there's almost none in the used market. So if you want this motorcycle, the 2021 Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports, then you really need to go for a new one. So to round up, do I like this motorcycle? Yeah, I do like this motorcycle. But what do I not like, and what is to me the biggest game changer why I would not get this motorcycle, is the manual transmission. Probably with the DCT I would get it if I had the money for it, but yeah, that's really one of the game changers for me. But the other things, cruise control, Android Auto, the high windscreen, hand guards from factory, all these things, and especially the electronical suspension, these are really game changers. And yeah, if you are looking for those things, this is really the motorcycle you should get. So that's it for my first impression on the 2021 Africa Twin Adventure Sports. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you really like it and want to see more of this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.